I think if we look at our loves and our joys and assume that creating a business model of them will constitute an easy ride, then we're going to be sorely mistaken, and we might even lose our love of the thing on its own behalf. We won't even be able to do it as a hobby anymore. I think it's very important for us to look forwards at our joys if we're going to take them towards a business model, and look at them with a logical perspective so that we're not just totally demoralised by the amount of work that is in front of us. It's important to remember that if you care about something, you're going to want that thing to succeed. And if you want something to succeed, all the time that it isn't succeeding, you're going to experience some feelings of anxiety, some feelings of discomfort. And even when things are going well, you're going to still feel that way because it's something you care about. My point, and why I think it's still so important that I think this quote is very important for us to keep in mind, but just have a slight reframe on. If you choose to work on something that is truly important to you, then you're going to experience far more joy than if you decided not to do that. But if you look at something and think, this is going to be a walk in the park, I'm not going to have any issues doing this at all, then unfortunately you're going to come out of the other side of that feeling lied to in many respects. Because when something is important to you in a lot of ways, you will actually be experiencing more strain and more necessity to work than you otherwise would. Chris Williamson has a fantastic point of this on the fact that if you work a 9 to 5, you will have your 8-hour stint for 5 days a week, and that's your lot. If you're a business owner, you're not doing that. You're not doing 8 hours worth of work. You will do 8 hours worth of work every day, not every 5 days, every single day, probably more, plus all the anxieties that come with it. And on that front, the amount of work and the amount of mental taxing that occurs as a result of following your own craft is greater than some other things that you might not be so passionate about. But, and this is why I stay the course and why I think everyone should if it's something that really speaks to them, there is no greater purpose than working on the things that are important to you. Now, this can be a sort of a broader goal when it comes to working towards things. This could be something like working towards your family, for instance. But keeping it in the terms of business sense, when you work towards something that is important to you, you will feel such a great level of fulfillment from your craft. Which is why it's important that despite the difficulty that will be in front of us, that we persist. But I wanted to make today's video to make the point of the fact that if you're working towards things that are important to you, that doesn't mean you won't be working. Because, as I said, you care about them. I think it's important for us to keep this in mind so that when we encounter the difficulties that come with the craft that in question, the thing that we're wanting to do, that we're not all of a sudden surprised and think, hang on, what the fuck's going on here? I thought that this was going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, but it will be worth doing.